Ooh, like it. Like it.
Yeah, I still DJ from time to time. You know, COVID has kind of grounded me a little bit.
Yeah. And it's no fun doing virtual DJing, right?
Yeah, which I've done.
Really? Okay.
What'd you say your DJ name was?
Sadal the Selector.
Sadal the Selector. Dang. So we are live right now.
Did you see my granddaughter? That's the 4-year-old. Oh, wow. And now she saw herself on the screen and she goes over there. Yeah, I go live on the Foodies House Fires Club Facebook page too. Chris Radio.
So we are streaming all the way live on Twitch, on Facebook, in the Woke Real Estate Investing Group, and on Periscope at Chris Monroe Show. Anybody watching in, if you want to get in on the Zoom call, where they got to go, Rich?
Go to stlviplist.com.
That's right. Go ahead and get on the list there so you can actually get the link for the Zoom call. And if you're just watching now, just shoot me Rich a message and we'll get you the link so you can join in. This is nationwide, not just for St. Louis jokers. It's nationwide, right?
Right.
Worldwide.
That's right. Worldwide. If they're interested, if it works in Ukraine or Malaysia or wherever, man, Congo, whatever, man. If it works, it works. Whatever the rules are, right?
I know that's right. Daniel on Facebook say I would join, but I'm eating. Oh my God.
It don't matter.
We usually are eating when we do these, right? At the in-person meetups.
Yeah, I know a lot of like on my day job, right? We do a lot of Zoom, especially lately. We do a lot of
Zoom trainings.
Yeah, like what's protocol? Not necessarily protocol, but what's the etiquette? There it is. The word Zoom etiquette. You're not supposed to eat. You're not supposed to whatever because you're in a business meeting. These things are laid back. And if we weren't, and if we weren't doing it virtual, we'd be sitting at a Hooters or something, hanging out, eating, chowing down on some wings or some sandwiches and burgers.
Yeah, just like it looked like you got something going on. What's going on tomorrow? That Wednesday, 9/16 to 6 p.m. What's that about?
Yeah. So tomorrow we're doing a special pop-up live in-person event at the Red Robin in Fairview Heights. Now, unfortunately, that is for the local St. Louis people. Unless if you want to fly in from wherever, go for it, man. We'd love to have you. But it's live in person. Bring your mask. They're doing it because it's in Illinois. You have to do all outside dining, so everything's outside. So you'll be outside. Bring your mask. They only allow 6 to a table, but we can probably mingle and whatever. Get up and walk around a little bit, but we're going to take social distancing seriously.
I was wondering about that. So that's the rule over there in Illinois. As long as it's outdoors, you can do it.
Yeah, if it's outdoors, you have. They don't right now. For I think it's Madison, Monroe, and St. Clair counties are not letting any indoor dining at all. Period. They shut down the bars. They shut down. I think they shut down the bars and the dining in those 3 counties. So everything has to be outside. So,
wow.
Yeah, my buddy Keith Winkler, he's been on here plenty of times. He called over just to make sure that we could have a large enough group. I mean, we don't know how many show. It might be 6, it might be 6 to that. But the thing is, they can only hold 6. They can't sit more than 6 at a table. So, and we'll just have to have multiple tables. And if we have 18, we'll have 3 tables, and we can kind of shuffle around a little bit, maybe trade off, whatever. But bring your masks. Everybody has to wear a mask. You're not eating.
So this is the Red Ruby's House Buyers Club in Fairview Heights.
It's a special. It's Hootie's Flew the Coop. Hootie's flying the coop. We go over Red Robin for a minute. They got half price burger specials too. So if you come on over, they got half price burgers.
What?
Yeah, because I know Red Robin's burgers aren't the cheapest, but you get them half price burgers.
You want to know something? I never had Red Robin. Is that bad?
Pretty good. It's pretty good. It's not bad.
Okay.
What do you think, Kelsey? You ever had Red Robin?
No, I haven't. He said I have.
It must be expensive. We ain't never had it, Kelsey. It's too high for us.
I'm not making the big yet. No.
I'm joking. It's not $45. No, it's not bad. I mean,
So you got a question over here on Facebook, Rich. I don't know. Let's see here. They say they want to know what's everyone's outlook for the future. What should we start investing in?
Crystal ball. I'm gonna get my crystal ball over here now. I don't know. I mean, it depends what they want to do. I mean, there's a lot of things you can invest in, right? I mean, I think they're probably just talking real estate, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Warren Buffett even said, I guess the least risk averse thing is single family homes. Right? I mean, but I'm not, I'm not a financial advisor. I can't predict the future either. But I just remember, Warren Buffett said if he had to do it all over again, he'd buy as many single family homes as he could. That was what Warren Buffett himself said. So take that with a grain of salt. I mean, I think a lot of people.
But he's a stock guy, right? What is he doing talking about buying houses?
I know, right? I know. But yeah, so it's solid, but I don't know. What are you thinking about, Chris? What are you doing in the future here?
I say buy everything, buy it all, and ask questions later.
Yeah, I'm actually reading up on a lot of this stuff, and if you're an investor, they say you might want to sharpen up on your creative finance skills, because as the market dips, wholesaling may not be the best way, especially if you can't find buyers. But if you could take some down and no money down, and use some of those skills to obtain properties, it'd probably be a good thing to have as an investor. So that's what I'm doing actually.
Most definitely. Creative real estate is life-changing. In fact, I'm about to lock up one tonight, probably while I'm on here with y'all or sometime near future, because he's verbally committed. I just need to send him this contract. He ready to go. The only thing is he owes about $55,000, but the ARV is about $55,000. So it's kind of upside down or right what he owes on it. But the payment's only $400 a month, and I know I can get $850, $900 for it. So I'm playing the cash flow game. I'm buying it on terms. A wholesaler can't touch this deal. You know what I mean? These are the kind of deals I like. A wholesaler can't touch it. Most investors won't touch it. They see no value in it. I'll just swoop in and make money on a deal that everybody else ran away from.
That's exactly right. I mean, if you look at worst case scenario, there's some kind of a downturn even in the real estate market. I mean, you still need to rent houses, right? I mean, rent a home or something like that, owner financing, whatever. There's still going to be some kind of market for that, regardless of cash flows. And if it's nice cash flow like that, even if you have to, I'm not saying you do, but if you have to cut rents because there's such a wide gap in your cash flow, you still have the flexibility to do that.
And his payments are less than $400. That's the thing that gets me. I'm like, $395. Say what? And I looked. I said, I know we can rent it for more than that, or rent it to own it.
Why are they selling, Chris?
They don't want to be a landlord no more. The people just moved out. They want to be out from under it. I'm your Huckleberry. Sign right here.
No doubt. You can get a house, get it free and clear, or get it to where you can get it free and clear. That's the best way, because I've never heard of anybody say, "Hey, during the last economic downturn, I lost my paid off house."
Right.
It's always, hey, I over leveraged,
right,
and I had to give it up.
Yep. That's a great point, Kelsey. It is. I mean, you hear like a lot of these gurus right now, man, free up as much cash as you can, free up. But I mean, if you can pay off a loan, if you can pay off a mortgage quick and make sure it's free and clear, you're right. I mean, not everything's a profit. You got complete flexibility because now you can adjust with the market as needed.
Yeah, if you use techniques, I'm looking at stuff like velocity banking and banking, being your own bank. There's a lot of different things that there's some investors that are looking into that, and but a lot of people don't know these things. They don't know what profit banking is.
And whose fault is that for them not knowing? It ain't my fault.
But hey, I'm getting the knowledge, and it's all about using that knowledge.
Because like this deal here, I'm gonna essentially end up being paid to take this house. I'm buying it, but I'm gonna end up being paid. So I'm gonna buy it for basically what he owes on it. Maybe pay $1,000 in closing costs, give or take. Somebody's gonna come along, give me somewhere between $3 and $5 to move into this property. It don't need nothing but light cosmetics, and there's my money back. My $1,000 that I closed with, they give me $3 to $5. Anywhere in there, that's free money. Goes in Hip Pocket National Bank, and they get to live in a nice little house, a little 3-bedroom house. I might need to move into myself for real, to be honest.
You ain't gotta worry about tennis toilets and termites.
I don't repair houses, I repair people.
And can you just repeat that part? I think that's so powerful, Chris, that whole so especially if you got somebody that's brand new, right? They're like, man, I'm brand new, I'm skipping by, I'm getting by. Like, think about it's a reality, right? What do they say? 70% of America lives paycheck to paycheck, if not more.
76% they say, might be higher now.
There you go. Yeah, true, yeah. They're like, look, I don't have money to go to closing. I can't do what Chris just talked about because I don't have that $1,000 to put in closing. Work that. How do you structure that to where you don't pay anything at closing, like you personally?
Yeah, so it's a couple of ways to do it. One way, you get your credit card out, you pull your Visa, and you swipe that bad boy. Or you borrow it from a cousin or a friend or call somebody, they'll loan you the $1,000. Or two, you can double close the deal. You can close it with the end buyer the same day you're closing with the seller so that you can use those same funds and close it like that. So you really have no money in the deal. It's all about deal structuring and understanding, all parts of the deal. So long as everything's clear for the title work and all that stuff, and we can actually transfer, because we would actually buy this house and take the deed. They would keep the debt. We would keep the deed. A lot of people don't realize it's separate. They're like, you got to pay off that loan. Simply not true. It's a lie. It's a myth. Don't believe that. Believe me. You can do all type of stuff in real estate. As long as the seller and the buyer are in agreements with everything, you can do so many things. So like I say, you can borrow the money, swipe a Visa card if you got one, or just go ahead and do a double closing if you have to.
And I was just talking about infinite banking. What you can also do is you can use, say, a whole value, cash value life insurance policy, borrow against that, and then you have a loan you don't have to qualify for. It's your money, and you can take that money and invest it into a piece of real estate, and you pay that back, pay yourself back, just like any other bank, and then you can reuse that money.
That's a great point too. That's great. And there's so many things people don't even think of that they have access to some money if they think about it, think long and hard.
Yeah, makes a difference. Show up and win.
That's right. And, it's just, that's the thing. One thing you want to, we've been doing this a while now, guys. I know I've been doing it longer than you guys, but you guys are killing with the creative stuff. You really are. And it's awesome to be able to say that. And that you guys give so, you, Chris, especially, but you give so much to the community, the real estate investing community, and so much information. But the thing what you just said, Kelsey, somebody sitting here may have been like, look, I got no cousins that have any money either. They all live paycheck to paycheck. I don't have a credit card, whatever, something like that. But maybe they do have a life insurance policy. Or better, yeah, maybe they have a relative who does that they can take out the loan and on it too or something. But the thing is, people may feel like they can't get into real estate investing because they don't have money and they don't have access to money. There's so many ways to get into real estate investing. I hate using the words, and I know other people say it too. I hate using the word no money down or no money. You can get into real estate with no money, but very little, very, very, very little. You can get into it and get going very little, if not none. You can say none. But yeah, you got to spend a little money to maybe market a little here or there, or buy some signs if you want to go that route. You don't have to go that route, but whatever it may be. But that's, man, you guys, that's so true. There's so many ways to do this without breaking the bank.
And that's why I say, with this creative stuff, like I say, a double close, you come out of pocket for zero, goose egg, nothing, nada. You just know how to structure the deal. The buyer over here, the seller over here, rub them all together, and magic dust come out of nowhere and money fall in your pocket. How you love that?
So true, man.
And you get the house. That's what I like. You get the house. That's the part I like.
I know people. We can't change it. We can't solve the problems tonight. But wouldn't it be great? Think about this. Wouldn't this be great
No, that ain't gonna ever happen.
I know, you and I know that, but wouldn't that be awesome? I mean, imagine, and I'm not just talking. I mean, there are so many communities that could benefit from just the knowledge of knowing that they can do stuff, right? And
I've been through all kinds of schools, man. I got a master's degree, and I can tell you this: I haven't learned jack diddly about handling money until about 2 years ago. Now looked at a YouTube video of a bearded dude talking about real estate. Yeah.
Yep. No, that's true. I mean, I took 2 classes at WashU on real estate investing. Just because that was back when I was finishing up my degree, and I was like, man, I really want to get into this really bad. So I'm going to take these classes and see it. Man, it was so cool, but it wasn't the creative strategy. It wasn't talking about wholesaling. It was return on investment, and how do you do traditional loans and this, so that you can maximize the best use of the property and that kind of stuff, right? But if they could even just do remedial kind of stuff like that, even traditional, if they would just educate the masses on traditional. I know it's not in the game, right? That's not what they're going to do, but the world could be changed. It really could if they would just show people some just little tricks like that, even in a high school level.
But we can take advantage of this time and age right now. This is like the wild, wild west of information. This internet before they take it over and you can't get anything. Might as well. It's like the gold rush.
Yeah. It's the gold rush of information, and it's all in how you play it, how you use the information. But it's all out there with YouTube and websites and just things readily available. Things like infinite banking that only the rich knew.
Yeah.
And only people that were in the game knew about things like wholesaling. It used to be like a secret strategy.
Wholesaling.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I mean, think about it. Think about the first time, if you even ever went to an event, one of those events, right? Like I remember when I was, really getting into it, to really roll up my sleeves and wanted to learn about this wholesaling thing. I heard on the radio, oh, we're going to teach you how to use other people's money to buy real estate. And I'm like, whoa, what? Whoa, my what? And it turns out it was wholesale.
Exactly. And I had a friend of mine trying to get me to go to it. Yeah, Chris, can you go to this real estate event? And I was like, what are they talking about? And I'm like, I can go teach that class. I ain't talking about nothing up there. It's like basic stuff. And they're like, and they even gave him a little product. I think it was $1,000 product. Everybody ran to the back of the room and started swiping them cards. I was like, damn, that's why they be doing these events. Look how much money they just raked in, about 40 grand.
Yep.
Maybe more.
Someday, man. Someday.
Exactly. What's up? Angie buys houses. You driving?
Houses, huh? I see the South Midwest cash buyers, huh?
How's it going, guys?
Welcome. Man, I thought the sky in San Francisco was a little more orange than that right now.
It's blue where I am.
Oh, good.
I know that's right. So you just coming back from that appointment out there?
Woo! Yeah.
All right.
Coming back from the appointment in the boondocks.
So this particular deal is a deal under contract. So you just met up with the end cash buyer, is that right?
Yeah, I just met up with a cash buyer that wanted to, negotiate the price down almost $20,000.
Why did they come up with those numbers like that? What made them want to drop the price?
There's some cosmetic stuff that needed to be done to the property, like the flooring needed to be replaced and painting, but it wasn't $20,000 worth of anything.
So what did they do when they came in? How did it go? They just looked around and was like, "Oh, I want to drop the price," or they actually were interested in the property or looking like it?
No, they were interested in the property, but started looking around and saying, "Oh, I'm gonna have to fix this and this and this." So, yeah, that's kind of how it went. And then at the end, they didn't want the property anymore. They wanted to look for something else.
Really? So they went from being interested to saying, "Oh, this is more work than I want to do."
Yeah.
Wow.
Because it clearly it does need. I mean, it's an as-is property, so it does need painting, and it does need the flooring to be ripped up, and more flooring to be laid down. But really, that's it. There's not very many repairs that needed to be done.
All right, Angie. So here's the question of the day. Did you ask them what can you do on this property?
No.
We got to get a number out of them. That's why I wanted you to come on here to talk about it, because I'm sure that it was something we could all learn from. I always get a number out of these people, regardless. Matter of fact, they're right here calling. You want to bring them in live right now?
Yes.
All right, we're gonna do a negotiation live on the phone.
Everything on you, though.
All right, that's fine. Hello, thanks for calling.
Hey, Chris.
Hey.
So I looked at the house, and it was a lot of work. I was wondering if you could send me maybe a list of all of your properties. My dad said he looked at another one, and he said that it was 2 houses on 3 acres for $100,000.
That probably wasn't our properties, because we do them mostly closer to the St. Louis area. And so that house that you did look out there in Foley, so you said it needed more work than you can handle, or what's the deal there?
Oh, yeah. I would have to literally start from scratch. There is not one room that doesn't need to be redone. Like you have to pull up all the floors, the deck has to be redone, the foundation needs to be resettled because it's kind of leaning. The roof was good. The outside was, it's a lot of work in and out all the way through and through.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that. So what could you really do on it if you were just to buy it as it is? What could you do on it?
My sister said 30,000 cash, just because it's not even livable. I would have to replace all the cabinetry that they painted, and it's bad. The bathrooms, I have to redo all the toilets, all the bathroom fixtures, sinks and tubs and the toilet, and all the floors have to be redone. You have to repaint every single room. Some of the windows don't shut and lock all the way, so I guess I'd have to redo those.
But that is something you can handle, right? I mean, that's not more work than you can take care of if you were able to get it.
Yeah, they told me to get it. They flat out, because my sister, it's 11 minutes from my sister, and she really, really wants me to come out here.
So you're saying if we're able to get that, get to the price you want, you're able to go ahead and move forward with it? Is that what you're saying?
Yes and no. I'd like to look at some other things. Just because, when I'm purchasing this, whatever I'm doing, this is going to be where I'm going to be at, for the rest of my life. My forever home is what I'm looking for.
Plus, you got, you can always put another trailer or something on there, or do something else with the space that you have there too, right? It's got potential.
Yes, that's what I was saying. That's what I wanted to do. I was going to just live there and build a house from scratch is what I was trying to do. But that's why I was a little worried, because I don't know where my property ends or where my property.
So the things you do like is that it is in a location. You said it's about 11 minutes from your sister, so that'll put you close to family, right?
Yes, that is important.
Okay, because we want to keep you close by, especially if you're going to be there forever. We want to make sure you're happy with everything. So what I'm going to do now.
My sister's not going anywhere. That's where she's been. Their house, they're sitting on 6 acres. They have a barn and a shed and, 4 bedrooms upstairs and a whole 2 different lofts in the basement. So they're set for life.
Oh, wow. So do you see yourself building up this property to be nice like that one?
That's what I is helping me with this. So my dad is telling me that he doesn't want to get something that I want. He wants to get something more that if he had to pay for it, like if I couldn't pay for it or something, then he would have to move there. It would have to be something that both of us would want.
Right, I understand that.
Yeah.
So he is willing to loan you the money for it to get it and everything, or what? What did he say about that part?
Yeah. We are willing to move forward on something that is more move-in ready. You know what I mean?
So we were asking.
Right now,
So we were asking what 45 for that property, and you said you want to be about 30. Is that right?
yeah.
So let me see what I can do first. If I can get it, there or close to there, you think you'll be ready to move forward with it?
Well, the only problem is I can't move in it. So, do you have any move-in ready properties, or are they all cash as is?
I can double check and see what's available. We get properties pretty much every day. In fact, we're about to sign another one
Right.
tonight. But I'll look into that as well. But I do want to see if we can get you that one that's close to your sister. Anything else we get is usually really close to St. Louis. This one's right by your sister in Foley. So, if you want to be close to her, that's probably the best deal. But
There's another house that he said that he was looking on the list, and it's on Chantilly. My sister's street is Chantilly. So, and that's what I'm saying. I don't want to just be stuck with this one place because that's the only place I looked at. I'd like, to weigh my options out because I don't want to get this place, and then what if down the line I see something that I could just not live without.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That makes sense. So let me see what I can do first. Will you be up for a little while? I mean, I might get an answer tonight or early tomorrow. Is that okay?
This is my thing right now. So you can call me at 3 o'clock in the morning with good news. I'm going to answer. So,
Now that's what I'm talking about. You stay woke.
I mean, I got 3 children. My son got beat up and got his bike took in the neighborhood we're in, and I'm ready to get out of that. I'm ready to let my kids go outside and on my 2 acres or 3 acres, and not have to worry about no kids beating them up or taking my stuff. And so no, I don't want to live in St. Louis. You can't even show me a property in St. Louis.
So you want to be out in that area. No problem. So let me look and see what I can do to see if I can help you out with this. Either way, we're going to see if we can get you something, okay?
All right, thank you.
All right. Did you have any other questions for me for now?
No, I don't. I do want you to send me when you texted me. That's great. Send me anything. Send me links that I can look at stuff, and we will get something done.
Now we do have a move-in ready house, but it's about $200,000 down in Webster Groves. I don't know if you want to be down there.
No.
So that's 4 or 5 times the price. See, we can get you some perfect house if you want it.
I mean, I know. I understand that, but I work in St. Peter's, so I was trying to kill my commute also.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Like with me being out here by my sister, it is the same commute as in St. Louis, but it's just a better all around. I like, looking at land instead of all these, people and, everybody's so mean.
Yeah.
I just wanted a different lifestyle, I think.
I can understand that. So what I'm going to do too is I'm going to check with my buddies. I'm going to check with my buddies. They get deals all over that area as well, and see if they have anything that you may like. And if they do, I'll send that over to you too. How does that sound?
That sounds perfect.
All right. That'll work. So you have a good evening. Okay.
You too.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. There you go. We got a almost motivated cash buyer, but not really motivated.
Hey Chris, was that a lease option tenant?
No, that's a cash buyer. They got daddy's money. Daddy is the one that messed the deal up, to be honest. Sound like to me. Daddy say he don't want to drop that money.
Yeah,
It sound
that's
like
what happened actually.
It sounded like they really didn't know what they were doing on the repair side. It didn't sound like it was in too bad of a shape.
But if dad says no and he's pulling those purse strings, you gotta close dad.
Yeah.
Whenever you closing these people, let me get on the phone with dad. That's what I should have told her. Let me speak to your pappy. I close your daddy. Goddamn. Close all decision makers. Whenever you're doing these deals and these sales, close all decision makers. But sound like she was doing something else. So what other thing did you?
Happened. That's what happened. It was okay. And then she said, "Well, let me call Dad." And Dad said, "Oh no, we might as well buy this other property we saw, and it had 2 houses or trailers or something on it, and it had 3 acres. So, but there is no foundation issue. There's a part of the porch on the front of it's a double wide that is, kind of bent under, and it's not the foundation of the trailer, it's the actual porch. So that's what she was talking about.
Finna say, they on a slab. It can't have a foundation issue on a slab that I know of.
Yeah. So
Man.
that's what she was talking about.
So you think she really liked the house when you were there, and she just more so was like, because of daddy, she backed out of it, basically?
Yeah, she did. She had a brother-in-law that she brought with her, and he was telling her, this is all you have to do. It's not a big deal. And he was pretty knowledgeable about the septic and all of this stuff, but I don't know. It wasn't her money. It was her dad's money. So she had to listen to what he was saying, I guess.
Wow. God dang daddy. What you think about that call, Kelsey?
All that it needed was flooring, and it needed to be painted in every single room.
Really? Well, it's ugly. People don't like ugly houses.
Yeah.
What you see is what you get.
Yeah.
So was there any jewels that you picked up within that phone call? Do you like how, basically I kept control of the conversation, steered her to where I wanted to go, to what I want her to talk about? What do you think about the house? Or if we're able to do this price or something near it, are you ready to move forward? We want to be asking those type of questions to these people and let them tell me no. Mm-hmm. Make sure it's an emphatic no. Like, hell no, we don't want it. I want to make sure they don't want it.
Mm-hmm.
You also pushed them to sorry. Okay. You also push them to their solutions too. It's like, hey, this is right close to where you want to be. This is close to family. You kind of steer them into thinking that, this is something. You gotta kind of saw that too.
Yeah, you gotta sell your benefits and features. What is the benefits of them doing this deal with you? It's gonna outweigh the negatives. Like, oh, well, they need paint, they need this, but she had a long list for that. I ain't asking for all that. I know the house need work. I ain't never seen it. I know it need work. But look at the benefits. You can be 11 minutes from your sister.
Yep. Absolutely. You got to.
Yeah, that's how they do you. So anything different anybody else would have said to her, you think?
No, not really. I think you handled it pretty well.
Yeah. If they ain't motivated, All you can do is ask probing questions and allow them to tell you no. And that's the painful part. A lot of people don't want to ask the questions because they might say no. They're probably going to say no, but I need to get that out of them. Pull all the pain out so I can know exactly how I can close them if it's something they mention that's silly, like the porch. Oh, it's foundation issues. It's impossible to have foundation issues on a slab. But I can bring that up to her when I speak to her again or whatever we do going forward.
Right.
So you never know. Double L Laura's in the building. Laura Lennington, what up?
She driving.
She out here on appointments too. Look at that.
Okay. All right. Okay. Got it. What's up, everybody?
How's it going, LL?
Good. Just got out of the gym. I'm only on a couple minutes, but I'm glad I got on.
Yeah, we are too.
We wasn't expecting a buyer closing call on the fly like that, were we?
No, that's great. That's what's so great about these, man. We're so loose. We're so informal that whatever comes up, and let's go with it.
That's right. And that's what it's all about. Make a deal.
That's right. These simulcasts are like a box of chocolates.
I know that's right. And Kelsey, what's up with that deal you're working on down there? Tell me a little more about that. I was trying to ask you about it earlier, but I was doing 3 things at once.
Okay, so this is a deal that I'm helping another fellow wholesaler out. the shop. He's actually out of town, but doing it virtually. It is a house in Dittmer, Missouri. It is 2-1. It's a smaller house. I believe what I did not know is from another buyer that checked it out, it's actually, bottom line is, I think we priced it too high. And I think he's going to have to go back to the seller and renegotiate or find someone who would, be like more of a, would mind that. But it's in a floodplain. Yeah, it's in a floodplain, and we've got the ARV at somewhere around 90K. They're saying that, and then the purchase price is about 40,000. But they're projecting that the ARV should be between 38 to 51K. And of course, I'm not familiar with the area. I'm still learning, guys. I'm still out here learning the market. So, and I'm especially didn't know anything about Dittmer. I didn't know where it was until I had to look it up on the map. But yeah, that's the deal. Nevertheless, I'm out here still seeing if there's any biters.
Have anybody took a look at it or anything, or made any offers, or what?
No offers, no, and that's what makes me think that it's probably not a good one. And I've actually gone to some people that I actually know,
And what did you send it out at? How much?
I sent it out for 40K.
Oh, okay. Well, you're not too far off. At least you're putting it at retail, even though does it need work or no?
They said, well, this is according to the seller. Seller, I guess, from talking to them on the phone, sounds like it needs about 25K in repairs. But from the pictures, it really didn't look that bad. It's clean in the inside. As far as that, it's looking like it's rent ready from the pictures. Pictures wasn't really that good, but it's vacant. It's a vacant property, but it really didn't look that bad.
They owe something on it?
I'm not sure. I don't think so.
Yeah, because see, and that's why those deals, every deal he comes in, we know all of that stuff. What they owe, how much they payments, what's their situation, if they would consider terms. Don't care if they do or not, but it's always asked as a question, because if it's move-in ready or looks kind of move-in ready, that's a perfect creative deal. Slam dunk, you know what I mean? If it's borderline move-in ready, because somebody will take it.
I was thinking that, but I'm not familiar with it. It's a little bit out of my way, but I was kind of looking at it. I'm still in the classes of learning creative deals. I'm in the sub 2 program.
Yeah, so, and the biggest thing is just asking them if they would even be open to it, because they're gonna either tell you, "Hell no, I ain't doing that," or "No, I need all cash." They say they need all cash, ain't nothing to talk about. But if they say, "Well, I'll be open," what would you give me, and how did that work? And they start getting curious. Now we can figure that out, as long as they are open to it. That's every lead we talk to. We know if they either open to it, not open to it. Hell no, we'll never do it. We want to know that with everybody we speak to, regardless of the situation, because it might be a backup plan for a plan that's like this. We priced it too high, Right
now, yeah, and that'll be something that I would do if it was my deal. Yeah. Get back and just renegotiate. But I tell you what, besides this, I've been having some bad luck with liens, sewer liens, especially. I had 2 properties under contract in the last 2 weeks. I thought they were really good deals. And then we got it to title, and they're like, "No, sewer lien, 12,000." I'm like, "Man, that's how much it's worth." I got a price at like 2,000.
What's that in the city?
Yeah, that's a duplex.
Yeah, we had one like that on the south side. Had a $20,000 MSD bill. The duplex was only worth like 35,000 or something, but 20K that was going to the sewer lien. That's crazy.
So yeah, a little bit of bad luck here. I'm still searching for the first deal, but I think with those different obstacles, I'm getting those out of the way. So I feel that I'm close. I gotta get there. I'm just networking, I'm helping out other wholesalers that's in the program that I'm working in. They're from around the country, some are in town, and I'm helping them, shop the deals here, and then I'm sourcing my own deals, more doing my own marketing. So
that's what you want to be doing. Let me ask Laura, because it looks like she's trying to get off of here. Before you leave, Laura, is there any hacks or secrets to help with that MSD bill crap that's messing up all the deals?
Okay, I'm having problems with my mute button today. Great question, and it's funny. I actually have a borderline family member who is a lawyer that represents MSD in these things. And I was just listening to that, and I was like, hey, I wonder if I could ever reach out to that guy and ask him for tips or tricks on negotiating that stuff. Because if it gets up to like $20,000, you got to think MSD's going to, I don't know how they think they're going to get it on these properties that aren't worth it. So I don't really have an answer, but I have a contact that I want to reach out to now that I've been listening to this. So maybe I would have an answer next time. But I mean, the other thing is I'd say ask the title company, because the title company may know a good person to call or a good trick to get out of it. And I know MSD does work with people who get behind. I don't know if that could help on something this large, but like, if you've got a tenant who is supposed to pay the MSD bill, it won't go in their name, but if they're supposed to pay it and they can't, they can actually prove that, like through paperwork, through MSD, that they have a hardship. I know there's paperwork for that. That's as simple as calling the 1-800 number or whatever. So if anybody's got a smaller problem like that, and if their tenants are lower income or maybe on housing, I know that's a possibility for sure. These larger things, I don't think I've ever had one stop a deal. But I definitely, even if I did have one stop a deal, I don't have a solution in hand, but I have someone I can call. So I'll get back to you guys.
All right, let me try Mr. Rich Groves. I know he got a hack somewhere.
Long, and it may not work for everybody, but like Laura was saying, if you have a good title company, they can always try to negotiate it down or release completely. I've seen that happen, but is it going to take a 20 grand bill and drop it off completely? No. Is it going to drop it down to 18? Yeah, who knows? That's really all I got.
Yeah, I got a deal like that. The sewer bill on this one only $484, and it stalled my whole dang on deal out. I'm like, man, because I told the seller, I'm like, we're ready to close. He's like, oh, I don't want to have to pay that sewer bill. It's been vacant for 7 years, and I'm like, come on, man. I'm like, we can figure that out. It's like $484. And
right.
Now he done went ghost on me, so I ain't talked to him in like 3-4 days now. So
if that was stopping it, man, I wish it was only $484. I would have took care of that. Here, let me take
paid it.
That low.
Yeah, let me take care of it, man.
It'll come out of mine. That's fine. I'm not gonna make it stop.
But now he won't answer the phone. He stopped.
Right,
He's not answering the phone, text, or email. He done went completely ghost. And he's in California. So the seller is in California. The buyer is in Texas. He's coming to St. Louis. And
did you tell the seller in the messages that you would pay the bill?
Yeah, he knows.
Okay.
So I don't know what else to do with him. I can just keep calling him twice a day. I don't want to be like, a little naggy ex-girlfriend or something, but, I try to be, just checking in with you, make sure everything's okay. Not like, hey, man, you need to answer, because some people get pissed off when people ignore him. When I know he's ignoring me, like, come on, man.
Yeah, but you could regretfully say, if I can't get a hold of you, I have to pass this over to my lawyer because I have a contract and I have business partners involved. So we have a contract here. It's legally binding. I'd love to talk to you personally. I'd love to get this, to the finish line. But I guess if I don't hear back from you, I guess I'll just pass your information to my lawyer.
And he's doing some weird stuff. Like I even told him last time I spoke to him, because it's back 3 years in taxes. They're going to sell it for taxes. Mm-hmm. It's like $1,000 in taxes, which he was going to pay that. And I didn't mind it. It's a little, and it ain't even like it's a lot of money in this deal. Sold the deal for $5 grand. It ain't no money in the deal, no way. So it's not like you're gonna get rich on it. I was gonna make $2,700 on it, but it's like, come on, man. I paid a little $500 and take 22, and you're messing up my money.
Yeah.
But what can you do at this point?
Yeah,
exactly.
Robert Morel, what up, now?
Robert. He's gonna make you hungry. He's gonna make you hungry.
I don't make you hungry. So is there like a hack script for when you're dealing with liens? Because right now I'm working my liens list and mechanics liens and federal tax liens and abstract of judgments. Is there any particular script that you use when you're dealing, you're dealing with a seller when you're trying to communicate to them? You want to help them, but sir, ma'am, are you aware of this lien? In most cases, they are aware of abstract judgments, and I'm sure they're aware of mechanics liens, where contractors done work on the house and they haven't cleared the lien. I guess most people forget about them, but so how do you communicate to them that you want to help them, but in order to help them, we're going to have to take care of this lien before you can sell your property, because most people aren't aware of it.
So are you meaning you already under contract, in escrow, about to close, but oh yeah, look at these liens that just popped up? Is that what you mean?
Yeah. What would you do in a case like that?
All you can do is tell them you're gonna have to either, address it and see what they say. Let them know, hey, yeah, this lien popped up for $1,500. I mean, I don't know if you're aware of it, or sometimes it comes right up on their thing. It is the default answer. It comes out of seller proceeds. That's the default answer. But I don't really offer to pay none of that stuff. I see what they say about it first. So it's all about positioning. So you are aware that they got this lien on here for this thing. They're gonna, if the title company don't tell them, because I don't even really want to be in the conversation if I don't have to. It'll just get subtracted if it's up to me. But if it's something that's going to probably kill the deal, now I got to step in and say, well, let's see if we can do something here, see if we can help you out. I mean, you're going to have to get an authorization probably letter to speak to that lien holder, authorization to release information so that you can speak to that third party. Or speak to the lien holder as a third party, and see what kind of magic you can work from that point, because we don't know until we try. Now, I have seen federal tax liens be taken off because of people, and things like that, and certain other liens too. I actually did a stream about, 6 months ago with Eddie, Mr. Transaction Engineer, a whole stream on removing liens. We probably need to redo that thing or something, because that's a master thing right there in itself. If you can master removing liens, you can make a lot of money in this business.
Well, I'll definitely go look up that stream, man, because, I'm a soldier by nature. You know what that's about, man. We train the standard, not the time. So,
what market are you in again?
I'm in the Dallas-Fort Worth market, man. It's hot down here, dude. If I could just catch the right wave, I'd be on, because I'd be calling, offering options to people if they want to take them right now. I don't have no takers on lease options, or in the case of a mortgage, subject to, which is what we do here in Texas, because you really can't do lease options. You got to have a real estate attorney. Well, you deal with the DFW market, but I know you buy property straight up. So that's what the niche I'm building in right now, because I feel like that's my best opportunity to get paid.
I know that's right. So you've been pitching creative terms deals to sellers. What kind of feedback have you been getting from them?
I'm working on one deal right now. We dealing with the seller right now. My JV with a guy that I know down here. So right now we have to, because they had a realtor, but he's ready to fire the realtor, because most realtors don't know about creative financing, and typically they don't do creative financing. One, I guess it's just not one of the things that they really do. But as an acquisitions guy, we have to offer other ways to help people if they're open to selling to your own terms, and then of course you turn around and flip a contract and get a tenant buyer in there, whatever the case is. Do it for a term at X amount of dollars, probably 10 to 20 points higher than what the house, what the ARV is, and make money on the back end with cash flow. So,
most
definitely. I've been learning, man. So
you've been studying. I see you've been reading those books.
Yes, sir. That's all I can do, man. Until something comes through, might as well get smart while I'm executing.
Get smart while you wait. Anything you want to add to any of that, Rich? Even though you're muted.
I do that, man, at least once every time. I actually, Dallas is one of the markets I do want to learn more about myself too. So Robert, I may have to get on the phone with you and see what you know about the market there and see what we can do.
Well, come on, Rich.
Yeah.
Come on. I'll send you my number, man. We can talk. I'm always looking for a mentor. That's how I see y'all guys anyways, mentors. So.
Matter of fact, everybody that's on this stream, make sure you go in that chat, put your name and phone number in there so that he can put you on the list so we can contact each other outside this stream if we're working on deals.
Absolutely. We had somebody on earlier. They couldn't share their video, but their name was I don't know, it's KKE buys houses. I don't know if it was KKE or Kiki or something buys houses. They were wanting, to get everybody's, information so they could, network afterwards because they weren't able to stick around for too long. But yeah, so it's I'll get everybody, get everybody's information. Send me your phone numbers or emails if you could. I think I could probably get them from everybody's registration when you register for the event. I think it records that, so I can copy it there. But if you wouldn't mind just typing in the chat box, I'll compile that, and email it out to everybody, so everybody has who was here, their phone numbers, the email addresses. That's the one cool thing about this group that a lot of other groups out there don't do. Not to tap our own backs here with me and Chris, but we share. We share the information of who was on here. So you can continue networking after the fact. Where you go to some other investment groups, they're like, sign in, and they type you in the computer and they
hide your way.
Man, oh, this is my group. This is my buyers list. Not about that. We want to make sure everybody knows how to get hold. I mean, because there may have been something like Nick may say something that somebody else on here is like, oh, you know what? I really wanted to learn about that too. I want to talk to Nick about that. So, reach out. Kelsey has some great gems. I wanted to talk to this Kelsey guy a little more, find out a little more about that infinite banking. Whatever. So
yeah, most definitely. So I'm easy to reach. Chris at wokerealestates.com. Chris at wokerealestate.com. That's my email. And Nick, we ain't spoke to you really yet since earlier. What you working on, Nick? You talking to some sellers? You getting hung up on? You getting cussed out? What's going on? You got to unmute you though. He said you're getting cussed out. You like that?
Yeah.
Have you got hung up on today?
Good that he was
I've been awfully quiet. I've actually been a little quiet and pretty much not active for a while. We got the granddaughter and that, so I've been sort of tied up with that. But I'm still working on getting out there. In fact, I got a couple I got to start. I have to call tomorrow when I have a chance. I'll get out to in fact, I'm hoping to get there tomorrow night to that Red Robin meetup in person.
I know that's right. So that's tomorrow night, 6 p.m. over in Fairview Heights, right, Rich?
Right. Yes, sir. It's the Red Robin in Fairview Heights. It's right at the intersection of Lincoln Trail Road and 157 or 159. Anyway, yeah, Google it. It's Red Robin Fairview Heights. They give you the right address. I know I'm not.
So they're gonna give you the wrong thing. Hey, you in the wrong place. So there it is, right there on your screen.
Bring your mask. Everything's
I
gonna
put it
be
in Wazi.
What's that?
I'll put it in my Wazi.
Okay. Yeah. You do that. Get
Red
the
Robin,
GPS.
Fairview Heights.
Exactly.
Go.
I hop in the car and I say, "Hey Siri, I need to get to Red Robins at Fairview Heights." Boom, done.
Oh wow,
easy, people.
Yeah.
It's that easy.
There you go. So when is the next one of these live streams too, Rich? When is the next one of these?
This one in 2 weeks. Yeah. So this one's 2 weeks. I apologize. I don't have it up on here, but that's going to be 9:30. It's going to be 9:30 Wednesday. Oh no, I'm sorry, 9:29. I'm looking at the date up here. 2 weeks from today. So that's September 29th, 6 p.m. Central Time. 2 weeks from today. Tell your friends.
Tell a friend to tell a friend.
That's right. Exactly.
And all you got to do to sign up is go to stlviplist.com, even though it's available for people nationwide. Like you see Robert down in Texas. You see Angie, she all the way out in the boonies somewhere. I don't know where you found your way back to St. Louis. I know by now, right, Angie?
Angie? That's South Midwest Cash Buyers. That's Angie?
Yeah, that's Angie. Angie B. She got like 9 names. She worse than me.
Oh, is that right? Are they all like your actual middle names, or are they aliases? AKA.
She like, I don't see the unmute button. It's hiding.
Yeah, I know. She's like, man, stop talking. I can't talk back.
Yeah, I learned all those aliases from Chris.
Is that right?
Because what is it? This is the student master teacher, Mr. I Stay Woke, Chris Monroe. And I'm right back at you with another real estate video.
Yeah, sounds like you've done that a couple times, Chris.
Just about 3.
Yeah, exactly. You really need to brush up on, learning how to post YouTube videos, man.
Just a little bit.
You could, man.
Let me see if we have any questions over here. I saw some people was asking some questions. Let me see here. Daniel, he's got some questions here. He say, I've not heard many saying this, but would you recommend people using a HELOC loan to invest, then rent or flip it?
I mean, you got to, if you want a home equity line of credit, if you want to use that, I mean, I know some people have done it, it just depends what your rate is. If your rate's better than a standard, I mean, it depends what you can do. If you can use a HELOC loan, get you some cash to buy the house, get it fixed up, get a tenant in there, and then do a cash out refinance, pay off your HELOC and still have some money, why not? Yeah, I mean, it's just another stream. It's kind of like, what Kelsey was saying with, borrowing from your life insurance policy. I mean, it's not quite, because you're not paying yourself back, you're paying a bank back. But
well, with that strategy though, with opening a HELOC, I would use a thing called velocity banking, where you can just pay down and chunk down your payments over so many months. Yeah, you can open up, say, use the HELOC, open up another, get another property, and then velocity bank it down using the line of credit there. And then you can use something in tandem with that, like infinite banking, to go and pay off the line of credit and then prepay you. And it's like, it's beautiful, because then now you're using funding from your infinite banking policy, right? And you're getting 4% interest right there. Whereas the bank, you only get like 1% at best. Right. I mean, and it's tax free.
Exactly. So, tax free. That sounds like some music to my ears.
If you all don't know about infinite banking, go look it up. Everything's on YouTube, right? So if you look up Denzel Napoleon Rodriguez talks about a lot of velocity banking and infinite banking. Or you can look up IBC Global on YouTube, man, or Denny Noggle. He was on Real Estate Disruptors. So look up his interview with Steve Train. All of those guys talk about infinite banking or velocity banking. If you want more information on it.
That's awesome. Thanks for those nuggets, Kelsey. That's cool. I know hopefully there's a lot of people on here who can benefit from that.
And there's somebody on here asking for the link. We're only going to be on a little bit longer, but if you shoot me a message, I can send you the link to get in here. If you if you want to get on the Zoom call before we end it, because we'll be wrapping up not too long from now. Whoever this is, somebody on Facebook in the Woke Real Estate Investing Group just put that. So shoot me a message on Facebook, and I'll shoot you the link to join in. So yeah, that's right. So tomorrow, that special pop-up meetup in person. Go up and run, give Rich a hug.
That's right. Yeah, exactly. A social distancing hug.
A virtual hug. Wait a minute. Then she got her mask on. Look at that. She getting serious. Oh, what's that puppy in the background?
Nice. That's for tomorrow, Angie. That's for tomorrow.
She got her mask today.
Right. That's awesome.
Oh, you saw the puppy?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's sitting on the bridge.
Through the phone. Don't jump.
I'm going into the store right now.
Oh, gotcha. Now, you're not from the St. Louis area, or you are?
I am.
Yeah? You're more than welcome to join us. I keep pointing the wrong way. You're more than welcome to join us here. If you like burgers, I got half-price burgers tomorrow. Never know. Just throwing that invite. It's open to everybody, anybody.
Yeah. Even I think I drove all my miles for today.
I got you. Robert said he's going to drive up from Dallas.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he on his way. It's only 15 hours, something like that.
Tell him to pick me up.
Just to get the half-price burgers. I wonder if they have. Isn't Red Robin the one that has the infinite basket of fries?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. See, there you go.
See, I ain't never been there. I don't know nothing about it. That's beyond my pay grade.
I think I've only been like twice. My wife's coming along with
What's
me.
Tomorrow? Wednesday?
Yeah.
I got coaching tomorrow night, and we just picked up some more coaching students. So I got to welcome them into the Chris Monroe coaching, real estate coaching.
You could do it from the Red Robin.
I could be in the background like, hey, y'all, yeah.
That's right. Hold on, I got to order another basket of fries.
There you go. I know that's right. And I know you said something a little bit ago, Kelsey, about you said you're doing your own marketing. What are you doing as far as marketing to attract some motivated sellers out here?
Using text message. So using batch leads to send out texts, and then cold calling. And so I use all of my I pull all of my lists from there and skip from there, and then text them, and then the ones who don't answer the text, I call. It's pretty simple.
And what kind of feedback you've been getting so far? They've been saying like, "Get me off your list," or "What do you want?" They've been mean or what?
No, most of them is like, "Who is this? What is this for? What do you want?" You know, then some will give you like, "I'm gonna sell my property for $1 million," and then you just or no, I'm not selling. You know, you get maybe a few people that are mean, but that's all in the game. Then you have some that don't even answer your text; they just call.
Yeah, like I didn't call you.
Did you call? I'm like, no, I actually texted you. Because I was wondering if you would have any interest in selling your property. That's how I answer that. But
And
don't call me again. I'm like, okay, I won't.
Get me off your list.
So what is, Kelsey? What is your inbound inbound calling them rather than your outbound calls. So you're calling them. You're obviously not directing traffic to call you unless they call you from, like you said, the text message. Mm-hmm. So what is your lead in when you're calling somebody and they answer the phone? If you were calling me and I said hello, and what's your lead in? How do you get them to talk about their house?
Well, it's just pretty standard. I say, hey, is this Rich?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Kelsey. I'm a cash buyer in the area. I was curious. Do you happen to have a property that you're willing to sell today?
Oh, okay. All right. Cool. No, yeah. I mean, I was curious because that lead in for a lot of people, it's easy. When people are calling you, right? It's easy. Right. If they're calling you, they must have some kind of an interest in what you're trying to offer, or at least,
Right.
Whatever.
You just gotta sound interested. You can't sound like a robot. You don't sound like a neighbor. Right. Don't sound like a telemarketer.
Oh wait, let me get my script. Hold on. It says here, I should say.
Tracy, will you sell your house to me?
So true.
I use a script, but I really don't look at it now. I used to read it word for word. I'm so nervous. Right. But now it's just, I leave. I don't worry about stuttering or anything. I just want to sound like a regular person.
Right.
And usually it goes over well.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had to change our script from saying their name like that because, we come across somebody, Jim been dead for 5 years. You don't want to say the wrong person's name. Hey, is this Josh? Yeah, Josh been dead. Well, so we got rid of that a long time ago.
Sometimes I just say, hey, how's it going? Like that. Like I know you. Like, hey, how's it going?
Right.
Catch them off guard.
They're like, hi. Who is this?
This is Kelsey. Remember we met at Paula's wedding.
You done looked up somebody else's name to know who to say. No. Paula, that B? No.
I didn't go to her wedding.
I hate her. She owed me $500. No.
Right. No, I'm curious because that is a point. A lot of people get caught up when they have to they get intimidated when they have to call somebody, because somebody's now you're calling somebody who's not expecting your call. They may or may not need to sell their house or want to sell their house. So that can be intimidating. So yeah, I was wondering. I like to hear a lot of different ways people do that, especially people actually doing it. What are you doing? How are you doing? I mean, I've heard some people say, "Oh, I bring up COVID." Hey, how you doing in this COVID? Man, I would stay away from that. I don't bring that up, man.
You only got 15 seconds before they hang up on you. You got about a good 15 seconds.
Right. You don't want to sound obvious that you're trying to smooth to them too. That's a turn off too. I noticed too.
Yep.
Hey, how about the weather out there, man? It's hot.
Let's go to the old weather.
Never say that, right? Just be natural.
Be a person.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we just tell them straight up. Yeah, this is Chris. I'm just calling to see if you. Oh no, don't say that. We say, yeah, this is Chris. I'm trying to reach the owner of 123 Woke Street, and you're probably not the owner, are you? And they're like, oh yeah, I am the owner. What do you need? Or, oh no, I'm not the owner. Here he is. Hey Jim, here he is. Somebody won't buy your house again, or whatever they're gonna say. I don't know.
Yeah.
But you know,
I like that. I actually
and
like
by saying that, you're not even leading on immediately. See, that's the point, right? Is you've got to get, and it's any sales process, right? When somebody comes to you, it's easier. When you got to go to somebody, to them, it's harder. What you got to get is that door opened a crack. All you got to get is that door opened a crack. So by doing what you just said, Chris, you didn't even tell them you wanted to buy their house at first. That whole first part there is just, hey, look, I'm just trying to get in touch with the person that owns this house. You didn't say why. Maybe you're calling to tell them there's a leak in the basement. Maybe you're calling to tell them it's on fire. Whatever.
Damn.
So, I mean, seriously, I had a neighbor across the street call me for one of my rentals once to let me know somebody broke into the rental and was banging up the place on the inside.
Wow.
So I do that. I hand out my cards to all the neighbors when I get a rental. I'm like, here, if anything weird happens, would you mind calling me? So just in case, right? I mean, whether mom and dad just got hauled off the police station because they were fighting or something. I don't know, but just call me if something weird happens. Anyway, you don't know. You don't know what that person's calling you about. They just want to know if they're the owner. Well, I'm not, but hold on, here's Jim, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'm trying to buy the house at 123. Boom, click.
Yeah, they usually don't hang up right there. They usually just let us know because we come in so smooth with it. Yeah, this is Chris, and I'm trying to reach the owner of 123 Woke Street, and you're probably not the owner, are you? That's the inquisitive, and people are so helpful. Like, oh, let me help you out. Oh no, I'm the owner. What's going on? Everything okay? Yeah, we were just calling to see if you were interested in selling your house. Well, I'll sell it for the right price.
I like that approach there. I think I like that better. I'm going to use that.
You better use it. It's golden. I train my VAs up to do that just like that. You better. That's what we on this call for. It was worth the price of admission.
What I want to know is where do you work in the and it won't cost you a dime.
Way later. I don't even talk about money. I'm talking about the house. Tell me a little bit about that property you want to sell. Is this the only one you want to sell? You got others? We're looking to buy 3 to 5 more properties before the month is out. So just in case they got other property or they know somebody or whatever. Oh yeah, my auntie want to sell hers around the corner. I ain't selling mine. We've gotten referrals and leads from people just from having good conversations. You never know. So it's always good to just talk, ask good questions, and be a good active listener. And don't assume anything. Because I actually had to get on my VA this earlier today. She was talking to somebody that came up on a list. She called her. She was like, and the lady called back. She was like, yeah, you want to buy my house over here on Tower Grove or whatever street it was. And she was like, oh, we was calling about this house here on this other street. And I'm like, why are you talking about that? And the lady just told you she wants to talk about the house on Tower Grove, which was a fire damaged property with a big old hole in the roof over there in Pasadena Hills. So I got to talk to her tomorrow because I done waited too late to call her now. Uh-oh, we got a deal over here. What you got over there, Nick?
Take a look at this. This is a text I got last Thursday. Somehow I'm on a list that's a house I don't own, but they think I do own it, and then it texts me to see if I'd be interested in selling it.
Well, you know what to do, right?
I called them back and said, well, I don't own that property, but what can we work on?
Buyer's list.
Well, it was out there in Phoenix. The house is in Phoenix.
Oh, really? They got some bad data. I mean, if you don't want them to keep texting you, just text back. Stop. Just text back, stop.
You gotta have to do something with your. You have to do something with your data because it's not quite right. Because I don't own that property and I'm not close. I'm not even close to Phoenix, Arizona.
Yep.
Well, people do real estate virtually, right, Nick? So. You can always look up.
I got a contact. I got a contact with the person, and I said,
just
text. Run across something there. I got
Just text back, stop, so they don't keep marketing to you.
But this is good though. This is actually teaching me something. You never want to assume in your messages or your phone calls. So I'm gonna go back and tweak my messages to kind of say, allude to, hey, I'm trying to reach this homeowner.
Yeah.
Or something more vague than,
well,
I know you own this and you don't know.
Well, when it comes to text messages, I tell them right up front, we looking to buy it, because you got to remember, say somebody want to sell our house or whatever their situation is, they're getting hit up by these real estate agents. Oh, they want to list your house. No, I'm looking to buy your house, not rent it, not list it. I want to buy your house. So when the text messages, I want to be clear and concise. Let them know that, yeah, I'm buying, not playing around with this other junk.
Yeah, I know they have I know Batch Leads use an algorithm. They kind of test those out because there's some key words that'll get you spammed out.
Yeah, that's true.
So they try to do like little spin tokens to help you say it another way. So that's why I try to say stuff like, hey, I missed your message the other day. But that gets them that gets them like, huh? So that gets them kind of like talking to you. That's what you want. Something vague, or just meet them at the middle of a conversation. So yeah. So what about the conversation we had the other day? And then it gets them saying, what? Who is this? And then that's when you hit them with your whole.
So what do you do when they call you out and say, look, I never talked to you?
Oh, I must have been mistaken. I'm sorry about that.
No, you talked to my assistant. I think you talked to my assistant. Either way, do you have a house you want to sell? Get back to asking questions.
You got to spin it out.
Back to asking questions.
You gotta bob and weave, man.
It's taking back control of the conversation. Right?
Yeah.
So it's taking back control of the conversation, because if you let it and you keep answering their questions, now they've got control of the conversation. So you got to take that conversation back. You're right. Absolutely.
He who asks the questions is in control of the conversation.
That's right.
And that's the thing too, with those text messages, I even tell them, are you interested in letting it go versus selling, buying? You can say that in your text. We were asking about 123 Woke Street. Would you be interested in letting it go versus selling or buying, or using those keywords that'll get you out of your keyword algorithm there?
Okay.
It's kind of like what Roddy Piper used to say. I'm a wrestling fan. He's like, once you think you know all the answers, I change the questions.
Exactly. That's all you got to do. That's the key. Key to success.
That's great. That's a great. I didn't think of that keyword, letting it go. That key phrase there. That's good.
Because see, what we're doing now is we're sending out a ringless voicemail, right? It's a generic message. Hey, yeah, I don't know if I have the right number or not. I was just trying to see if you were interested in selling your house. Call me back at this number. You can call me or text me. Either one is perfectly fine. This number here, and I repeat it twice. And then automatically 30 seconds after that, we send them a text. So we hit them with a voicemail, a text, all within 30 seconds. And then they either call them back, text them back, saying you just missed us call or whatever, and go from there. So we hit them multiple times right there. So we get an answer immediately most of the time, either get them off the list if they're not interested, or, see if we can work a deal with them.
Sure.
I like to hit them quick before they even know what happened. Damn, you want to do what? I want to buy your house.
Right.
You want to sell it?
And I know you said it, Nick, you showed us that I actually, at least they didn't call you like Fred, right? Hey, Fred, you want to sell your house? I have owned my cell phone number since it was created. I worked for the phone company when it was created. I've owned it. Nobody has ever owned it besides me. And I get text messages for this guy named Van, seeing if he wants to sell his house at so-and-so here in St. Louis. And I'm like, I don't know who you're using to skip trace, but good grief. And I get probably about 5 of those a week now.
It's probably a relative. You don't have a relative with that name?
No.
Yeah, it's something that's connecting you to this person.
And I've looked him up. I've even said, well, you know what? If everybody's trying to get a hold of Van, I'm going to start looking up Van. I'm going to market to Van.
Van he on a hot list. Let's find Van.
Exactly. And that's what you would do. I mean, when it comes in, I'm like, if anybody miscalls me again, guess who's going on my marketing list? That person.
Van the man.
I'm going after the same person they're going after too. We'll see who wins. We'll see if my marketing's better or their marketing's better. We'll find out.
I find them on social media.
I like it.
But take that as an opportunity. Now you've got a lead. You got a free lead there, Nick.
I get debt collectors calling me all the time.
Oh, for
Or
you?
some guy, Eric somebody. Eric somebody gives them my phone number, and every week I get at least one debt collector call.
ask for Eric's address and look it up and see if he owns it. If he does, give him a call.
Hey, or you could flip it to the telemarketer or the bill collector. Ask the bill collector, are they selling the property?
Oh, yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, they called you. They called you. Hey, while I got you on the phone, let me ask you something.
Oh, it drives you nuts, though. And
I
go,
asked them,
"You know
where
what?" I
are you
said,
looking to actually buy it? Because you might put them on a buyer's list, like they said. I mean, questions. You just never know.
I have to ask them.
True.
So that thing they sent you, Nick, was that a property that's in St. Louis, or you said it was in Phoenix?
No, it's in Phoenix.
Oh wow.
Properties in Phoenix?
Well, that's the
Yeah.
that's the guru capital of the world. I'm sure we could do something with it if you can get it tied up.
Tell the show.
I thought about looking into it.
I'm sure I can get it sold. That's the guru capital of the world. I can find somebody there that can do something with it.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
get it tied up.
There's a couple out there.
Flip to freedom.
There you go. Sean Terry will take it.
That's right.
He'll know what to do with it. All right, so we're about an hour and what? We're about an hour and 15 in. I guess.
Cody there too.
What'd you say?
I think Cody's there too, isn't he?
Is that Ely or Ellie or whatever his name is? Cody.
Everybody's there. It's the guru capital of the world. Everybody's there.
Spiebler.
Oh, okay.
Cody
Cody
Spiebler.
Spiegler,
Oh,
the intelligent investor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think he's
The clever
in Phoenix.
investor.
There you go. That's right. That's it.
The clever investor. See,
The
I know.
clever investor.
Yeah, I know all the heavy hitters.
Right. And they're all down in Phoenix because that's the retirement capital of the world.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get out there one day, see what's going on.
Right. I mean, here's a funny little trick that I learned. I haven't done anything with it yet, but I got to thinking I'm gonna get to virtual, do some virtual investing, and like I mentioned, I'd love to do Dallas. I was also thinking Indy because it's close by and it's a fairly similar market to St. Louis. Not all as much crime, but there's still there's bad parts of Indy too.
Oh, we ain't got no crime in St. Louis. What you talking about?
Right? No, it's just a little bit. People overblow it, man. They overblow it. But no, so I was looking into it, and there's actually a show on like one of those. I forget if it's DIY Network or HGTV or whatever, where there's a mom and daughter. Mom and daughter investor team that flips in Indy. I'm like, huh. And the cool thing about this show is they'll actually show on the TV. I'm pointing to my TV like you guys can see it. They show on the TV like the map of Indy where they bought that house. So it's like, so we're in this neighborhood. And they'll pinpoint it and they'll zoom in. It's like, oh man, I'm gonna pull up my real flow. I'm gonna pull up, see if I can search that area because I know now I've got buyers that buy in that area.
There's buyers there. I know some people there. If you get something over in Indianapolis area, anywhere like that, I got buyers there. So that's why I've even had people call from out of town, like, oh, we want to sell this house. Like we had a lady call the other day from South Carolina, Loris, South Carolina. Don't know where that's at. Never been there in my life. She want to sell. She told me about the house, so we're trying to see if we can work something with her. But you know how that goes.
Heck yeah, man.
I say, tell me about the house, just like anybody else. We'll figure if the numbers make sense and lock it up if it makes sense. She said it appraised for $200,000. She's asking $150,000, so we ain't too far off. At least we're not, full retail.
Right.
Hey, are you all following the 50 deals, 50 states, 50 days thing?
Yeah, I seen a few of them. I helped them get one of the deals locked up down with Chevy.
There.
I helped them get a deal locked up down there with Chevy in Louisiana, Shreveport.
Yeah, that's what got me into doing the batch leads and the texting. He was locking them up in anywhere.
I be telling people, everybody trying to let me go run and see the house. This man just locking up deals from his damn computer while everybody trying to go run and see the house. Just learn how to talk on the phone, do this paperwork, and send that stuff over, and figure it out as you go. That's all you got to do. What you got, Robert?
That's really how I'm like modeling my little marketing campaign is just looking at that. Oh, he's got DocuSign. We use DocuSign, and let me lock it up over the phone. And
you know how many deals I've done? I've never met the seller, never met the buyer, and many times never been to the house. I don't have no reason to do none of that stuff. And everybody let that stop them from doing deals. I'm like, you hurting yourself. Learn how to talk on the phone to these people. Learn how to close people and send that paperwork over. You can figure out, the back end. If you get a deal locked up low enough, somebody will take it. Believe me, if it's a wholesale deal.
Right.
Rich, look up RJ Bates the Third on his YouTube channel. He
RJ
does
Bates.
it like, he's like on like 7-8 hour lives. I have it running on the background sometimes at the house, and just hearing him interact with the sellers, and then looking at him like typing up his answers. I mean, he's so nonchalant with it.
And that's how you should be. Why are we stressed out about it? The seller the one got the problem. We're here to help them. We shouldn't be stressed.
You got a big beard?
Yeah, that's
beard,
RJ Bates the Third. Yeah, that's my guy.
There he is. Yep.
But I helped him get a deal locked up, deal sold down there with Chevy, 2 of them down there in Shreveport, Louisiana. Because he was on there in Shreveport. I was like, I know somebody that'll help you with that deal. Connected him to him. I went and messaged Chevy, got him on there. He got on there, and next thing you know, they're working a deal down there. So I'm like,
I
shit.
saw that live, man. That was cool.
Yeah, I know people everywhere. So I'm like, hell, if you got a deal, a deal's a deal. We can find somebody that can move it or do something with it. So really, there's no reason not to be virtual.
True.
Get up in these Facebook groups, network. You don't have to.
That got me thinking, like, I got to master my own, market first. But
Right.
I'm like, hey, why not go to somewhere else? And then somebody like Pace Morby is somebody that I'm, studying under. He's locking them up virtually on creative deals.
Why not? I'm about to lock up one tonight. And I ain't never been to this man's house. I'm about to lock up one tonight. Soon as this stream is over. Pulling up DocuSign, sending it over. Locked up. Never seen the house, never met the seller, and don't have a clue who's going to be the buyer.
That's awesome.
Creative.
So the possibilities are endless, so I'm excited, for the possibilities, the things that you can do with it. Like I said, I'm still learning, still searching for my first deal, but I'm already excited about the things I can do.
It just shows you what's possible, because so many people think you have to do this, you have to do that. All you need to do is get them people locked up and work that deal. All of that, I gotta do this, and let me double check. Man, lose that fear. Like just delete it from your life. If you get that thing low enough, you look it up and you say, cash buyers buying these for around 30 to 40, and you get it locked up for 15 to 20, you probably got something going. You ain't got to go do the ARV formula and all that. And I'm not saying not to do that, but you don't have to do that on every deal. You get it locked up low enough and you got a good enough information to know that, hey, this house don't need that much work. It needs some work, but it's not ridiculous like, a full tear down or something ridiculous, or a fire damage property where it's a special case or something like that. You can usually make a deal with it.
That's true.
But this, Chris, about me. I was a procrastinator, analysis paralysis for about a year. And you're just looking at me like, dude, just go out there and do it. When I finally start doing the stuff, I'm like, hey, this ain't that bad.
It ain't hard. It does take some dedication and some consistency. It does take that, but you can get over it. If you can just dedicate 2-3 hours a day, bang that phone out, talk to these people, follow up with these people. Like I said, I forgot to talk to this lady today. She got a full burnt down house over here in Pasadena Hills. I don't know what she's trying to get for it, because it looked like it's only worth about 100 fixed up. So it looked like it's going to have to be a complete tear down rebuild or something. I don't know. It's beyond my scope, but am I scared? I'm going to call her and see what she's talking about. Beyond my scope.
Ask.
Worst thing they could say is no.
Yeah, that's so true. They can't reach through the phone and choke you or anything like that.
She'll never meet me if it's up to me.
Nope. Not gonna walk down the street someday and say, "Hey, wait, you're that guy that was trying to steal my house."
Not happening. So that's how we do it. So I know we've been about an hour and a half within this stream here. Yep. We want to do some closing, outgoing statements. What you got, Robert?
Y'all out of control. It's okay, but you might as well lock it up. Same thing like Kelsey, man. It was a year bull cornering over here worrying about mastering this and mastering that. And I figured out a year and you ain't got to be a master of nothing. That's what I'm finding out. They say no, move on to the next one. Don't want to do a creative deal, move on to the next one. You'll find a deal. Somebody needs help.
And
absolutely. Somebody needs help.
And the key thing about if you've got any kind of fear in sales or and that's, granted, we're in a marketing business, we are marketers, that's what we do. But the thing is, in a sales environment, every no brings you closer to a yes. So just keep that in mind. Every time you hear a no, it's like, cool, my yes is closer now. My yes is closer.
Most definitely. Like that call we just got off of with that closing that seller. I don't care what that lady said. I'm gonna ask my questions. You're gonna have to tell me no about 3-4 times before I receive it. It ain't even you sent me the first no, it went right by you. Keep on going. So you sure you don't want to just go ahead and do this like this? So if we can make this work, how would it look to you? I let them tell me no several times because I don't hear too well when you say no.
That's right. Open-ended question. That was a brilliant open-ended question. You know, you tell me what it would look like. Absolutely. Not a yes, no. You have to ask 20 yes, no questions to get the same answer as you want from that one open-ended question. Would if you had gone through and said, would it have been good if it had finished cabinets? Would it have been good if the bathroom vanity was new? Would it have been good if you had new floor? There's 3 questions, and all you have to do is say, you tell me what would it look like if it, what does good look like to you?
It's on our closing call. Every closing call I do. So, hey, Mr. Seller, so how does everything in a perfect scenario, how would all this play out to you in your eyes? How would you like this to go? Perfect. And let them tell me, oh, I'll just be glad to get from under this loan. I don't want to keep paying it. Great. We have a program, especially for people like you in your situation, yada, 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 and go from there. Yep. You got to know what these people are thinking, or you can't close them. We be trying to close with our eyes closed and trying to guess, be mind readers. I don't know anything. You don't know what you don't know, and you don't know what you don't know you don't know. So see if you can know, and hit them with the Chris Monroe Show.
I love it.
And sometimes they close themselves, you know.
They do every time. They always close.
If you let them talk, long enough, they'll close themselves, and you don't have to worry about building rapport. Just listen.
Yep.
Oh, he mentioned that. Oh, he mentioned that you got dogs. Oh, okay, dog person. You mentioned something about dogs, and just listen.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not working on any probate deals, Cynthia. And somebody's asking over here, since COVID-19, many deals are being done virtually in Florida. And people have been asking that too, like, has the business stopped for you and messed up? I'm like, I was virtual before the COVID-19. I came in the game virtual. My first 5 deals, I never met the seller. Something like that. I was like, dang, I ain't got to meet these people. Send them this contract. I like this. You can sit at this chair and make deals on your computer, on your nice microphone, Kelsey. Your mic's better than mine.
And the thing, what I've learned, I don't know if you noticed this, Chris and Kelsey, is and Robert and Nick, but and Angie, there it is. I think, honestly, I think COVID is an excuse. I think COVID, people want to blame COVID, and all we're doing, at least here in St. Louis, we're running into an inventory shortage. It's harder to find that deal. So because it's harder to find that deal, people want to blame COVID. And I don't think that's the case at all. I think there's still deals out there. Obviously, there's still people that need to sell their house. It's just harder to find them. You got to fine tune your marketing. You got to fine tune your targets. But I think people just want to blame COVID.
Well, I've talked to some investment buyers. People that I know that's out here buying, and they say the same thing. They said, well, ever since COVID hit, the wholesalers quit.
They quit. I like it. Get them out of here.
And so they're anxious to find a deal. All we got to do is just go out and source them. So a lot of the wholesalers in town have quit.
That's true.
Because they're thinking, oh, COVID, we can't do anything. So
I want to say COVID made it easier. COVID made it easier because I'm locking up the deals even faster virtually. Before I even go, I don't want to see your property. I don't want to meet you. We're going to send this paperwork over. Get that signed off. You can send me pictures. Matter of fact, the deal we just closed a couple weeks ago up in Spanish Lake, $10,000 deal. I didn't meet that lady. We had that thing under contract already before I ever knew anything about the house. She sent me the pictures. I started marketing that night. You know what I mean? What are we waiting on? All I need is the contract, some pictures. I start marketing. I get a buyer. First buyer, see it, boom, take it. Easy.
True.
For a long time I was inactive, but I really got started in the midst of COVID. I started about maybe 2 months ago, really getting serious and really applying myself, getting out here. So, and
easy peasy.
There's deals out there.
Yeah, it's out there.
Okay. Cool. So the people watching on the stream here, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, give it a like, give it a share. We're going to do, a round of closing statements. It's about an hour and a half in here. You got anything you want to close us out with, Nick? I know you got something heavy. Drop something heavy on us.
What I like was what you said, Chris, when you got off the phone and that call you took. I should have asked about that. They always seem to, everybody seems to forget one question or two questions, but it'll still happen. Just
Most
gotta let
definitely.
it go. And a no is one step closer to a yes.
Most definitely. And remember, I always leave the door open. I didn't say no, we're not taking your $30,000 offer, or no, I can't do that. I said, let me see what I can do. And then I'm gonna come back and renegotiate. Even if we can do 38 or 35, or I don't care. I leave the door open at all times. So even when I go back to renegotiate with her, would you consider doing 38 for it or 35 or whatever number we come up with? Don't care. Because we're gonna make a deal some kind of way out of it if they want the house. Would you consider this amount? And let them tell me no again. Nothing wrong with that.
True.
What about you down here, Robert, down in Dallas, Texas, pushing the Lexus? What you got to close us out with?
Well, first of all, it's a Chevy Impala. But anyway, but my biggest takeaway is since I've been on Zoom calls with you guys, I've learned tremendous value in learning from Chris when he does live calls. So I just say just keep going. Can't let COVID be an excuse. And if you need motivation, let your family be your motivation to get it done. You trying to get your time back, get your freedom back. It ain't necessarily about the money, even though money helps. Help somebody out in the midst of you getting a deal. You turn around, get a deal yourself. So I'm just fortunate to be a part of the real estate community. That's all I had.
That's right. Your network is your net worth, right?
Absolutely.
Is Angie still on here somewhere before she try to get out of here? She's trying to escape. I see it's 6 people.
I ain't trying to escape. I'm on here still.
I knew you was on here. You couldn't get away. You love this stuff. You like this real estate talk.
I love it, actually.
You got any closing statements for us? Questions, comments, concerns?
Just from today, ask the right questions. Continue asking questions until, you have the information you need.
Most definitely.
That's it.
I can agree with that. Angie B buys houses. All right. And what was it? What was it? DJ. What was your name again? The DJ what?
Sadal the Selector.
Sadal the Selector.
You can actually look me up on Instagram on that. I'm not really active there right now, but I'll leave you with this. It's something that actually you said, Chris. It was one of my times where I was like moping around, not doing anything, and I'm complaining about ain't nothing working. And you said nothing works unless you do. And you just got to go out there and do it. Don't let fear rob you of your destiny, man. Don't let fear take you away from what you're supposed to be doing in life. It's robbing you from your blessing. It's robbing you from your wealth, your finances, your future. Don't let fear do that to you. And that's what I let happen to me for a year. I let fear rob me from the things I'm supposed to be doing. Wow. And now I said, yeah, I still got fear getting on the phone, but I'm going to get on the phone. I'm still going to send out the text. I'm still going to make high offers until I get it right, until I get that deal.
Fail forward. I saw that post you put up earlier with it was a zip code, area code, whatever that was.
I said, yeah, that was an honest mistake.
You say fail forward, massive imperfect action. Don't worry about it. We're going to make mistakes. I don't care. I make mistakes every day. In fact, I look forward to making mistakes because I'm going to learn from it.
Absolutely.
You got anything heavy for him, Rich? I see you got that special pop-up tomorrow. Anything else you want to close us out with heavy?
Special pop-up. There's burgers, half-price burgers at the Red Robin, Fairview Heights. So we're going to meet, bring your mask. We're going to social distance. Everything will be outside. We can only have 6 to a table, but it doesn't mean we can't have 5 tables. Come on down. Expect it. If you're coming down, we don't charge an admission fee, but, buy a burger, do something, support the business if you're going to come on down. Buy a burger, buy a drink, whatever. But yeah, the one thing I would say is like you were talking about, Chris, I think you said you don't let them off the hook. You don't, especially after one no. They have to say no 3-4 times, whatever. That is a key sales strategy, is that a lot of those sales training gurus will say you haven't failed to close a sale unless they've told you no 5 times. 5 times. So if you haven't heard no 5 times in that conversation, keep going. So that's all I can say is don't let one no scare you off. One no is not enough to give up.
Yeah.
Don't give up after one no.
Because some of the best deals I've done been from people that initially were no's. Like, oh no, I wouldn't do that. They end up doing it. When reality come in.
Absolutely. And one last other real quick thing is about also the personalizing thing that I learned not to try to personalize your text messages or even your ringless voicemails or whatever, is that I had a caller calling around some numbers we had skip traced, and specifically they had asked for the man on the lease, can I talk to Jason Smith or whatever it was. And the wife said, if you're asking, Jason's been dead 5 years, so if you're asking for Jason, you don't want to talk to me.
And that's why we never use names right there.
Right. Yep. So that's perfect. That's perfect.
And you done open up a wound from somebody from a long time ago. Jason been dead. Oh my God. I done said Jason's name.
Right. It's like, oof, man, didn't mean to do that.
Most definitely. So that's what we got. So tomorrow, the pop-up in person in Fairview Heights, Illinois. And then 2 weeks from tonight, which is what, the 29th, you say?
Yep, 29.
The next one of these we're going to do is on the 29th of September. You can sign up at stlviplist.com. Let me put it on the screen. stlviplist.com. There it is. There's the thing there. Go ahead and sign up right there for the next one. Get on the email list, and you'll be notified of the next one. And we do them every other week, Tuesday night, 6 o'clock Central Time, nationwide, not just for St. Louis people all over the United States, maybe even in Australia, right, Rich?
Maybe.
Canada. Canada.
We have had.
So there's nothing next week.
What's that?
There's not one next week.
No. Sorry, no. In the registrations might have goofed on that too, because we were supposed to do one of these last Tuesday, but I bumped it back a week. So I may have to go back out there and fix the schedule that's on the Zoom scheduler. So, but it's in 2 weeks from now.
I was going to say, because my calendar has it for next week.
I'll go fix that. I'll make sure that gets fixed.
There you go.
Bring that to my attention, Nick.
Good thing he knows, because I sure never know. And if you just want to watch a good show, watch the Chris Monroe show next Monday night. Every Monday night. Next week we're on with Chris Thomas talking about Airbnbs. So yeah, we hit every topic on that each and every Monday night, 7 o'clock Central Time. That's just to watch though.
Isn't that? Did you get 3,000?
Is that? Sorry, I was talking. Sorry.
Chris, didn't you get 3,000?
3,000 what?
Subscribers or?
Oh yeah, and the Woke Real Estate Investing Group on Facebook, we got up to 3,000 subscribers or followers or group members or whatever you want to call it. We're making it on up, y'all.
Congratulations.
That's right. Invite your friends if you haven't already to the Woke Real Estate Investing Group. We try to network and share information and help you through deals if you get stuck somewhere. Your network is your network, right? You got to be around some killers. Get away from the losers and go get some killers in your circle. Even if you know 1 or 2 killers, that's good enough, right?
Right. That's right. That's what they say. What do they say? The law of attraction, right? Part of the law of attraction is like you emulate or you draw what like the 5 closest people to you bring. So if the 5 closest people to you are unemployed and they're complaining all the time and they're dragging you down, get 5 different people. Go out and get 5 successful people that are positive, people that bring that energy into your life, because you'll start living that way too.
That's 100% facts right there. Show me your friends and I'll show you your future.
That's right.
All right,
That's
family.
awesome.
Thanks everybody for coming out. We'll catch you either tomorrow live or in 2 weeks right back on the Zoom call.
That's right. Thanks, Chris. Appreciate you helping me, buddy.
No
Appreciate
problem.
you getting out here and co-hosting and rocking your group and our group. Let's get out there and get deals done.
Lock them up. I'm about to go lock up one right now. So let me get off this thing.
Do it.
All right. Peace to the family. Bloop.
See you guys later.
All right.
Yeah.
Bloop. Leaving the meeting. And for those that are watching here, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Give it a like. Give it a share. Thumbs it up. And don't forget to follow me on all social media outlets at Chris Monroe STL. That's Snapchat, that's Twitter, that's Instagram, that's Facebook, that's YouTube. Don't forget that YouTube, where we have over 250 free real estate training videos where you can learn everything from the rooter to the tutor in regards to real estate. And this video is being brought to you by wokesource.com, wokeskiptracing.com, and wokerealestate.com. Everything you need in a bundle right there. Be on the hunt. And if you want to ever listen back to these live streams or any of the Chris Monroe Show Monday night streams, listen to the Woke Real Estate Podcast on Stitcher, SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts. Give us a 5-star rating. We appreciate you all. All right, so that's how we're going to do it, family. And we'll catch you on the next one. So do what you do, be who you be, and I'll see you before you see me.
And we have and we have and we have Mr. I stay woke, and Mr. I stay.
Today's broadcast is being brought to you by wokeskiptracing.com. Look up phone numbers and email addresses with ease, with pricing as low as only 15 cents per match, not per search, per match. If there's no number or email address, you don't pay. Get accurate data in just minutes. Wokeskiptracing.com. That's wokeskiptracing.com.